podcast on the Podfix Network. You can check out more shows like it at podfixnetwork.com.
Welcome back to LootQuest Role-Playing Podcast, Episode 2. Last week we had sort of a crazy, wild adventure as our heroes decided that diplomacy wasn't really for them and immediately got into a large firefight in just the wide open areas.
That's only because
streets.
the bluff master's bluff failed.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I rolled a 41.
I don't even know what you were trying to bluff. You just asked to see their boss, and they were like, the boss isn't here.
Well, I
and
told
you
them
were
I
like,
had an appointment.
okay, I'll shoot him in the face. Like that. You were like, oh, crap, boss isn't here. I'm just going to kill you.
Well, what am I going to do to get out of that situation? Tell a second lie?
I mean, you did roll a 41. It probably would have been
To be
believable.
fair, I was the one
don't know.
calling for death. I was calling for
You
blood
guys-
and destruction.
You guys were on a quest to get clothes,
Yeah. We got there in the end.
and at no point did you just like, oh, I'm just going to seduce this guy and steal his clothes. But nope,
Yeah.
you were just like, I'm going to shoot you in the face.
Well, to be fair, I'm a former sex robot, so...
That's true. I bet your past actually gives you some troublesome memories and things like that.
I hope we
It's okay, I
at least
can just delete
entertained
those.
everybody who is listening.
Yeah, that was really great. And everyone who's role played before, you never really know how that first session is going to go. You need time for the player group to sort of meld and figure out who's going to do what. And on top of that, we have the added difficulty of not only are we not in the same room, none of us are even in the same state, are we?
No.
Well, I guess you guys are
Wait,
in
no, I'm sorry. Me and
Pennsylvania.
Caleb are in the
Pennsylvania.
same state, but it's a state that
Opposite
is
ends.
quite large, and we're on opposite ends of it. I'm in Philadelphia. He's in Pittsburgh area.
I think that was a pretty good first episode.
But
really.
I think
Yeah, we'll keep.
that was
we'll at
that
least
was
keep
really
the puns
entertaining.
coming as much as we possibly can, especially on Caleb's end.
I was going to say, if you don't, you're off the show.
Oh, well, we'll see. We'll see who dies this week because it's very possible I will be off the show once I die.
We had a pretty close call last week.
That's true.
So we'll just do sort of a quick fast forward here as what happened from last week to this week. They had their firefight. 38 Double D, of course, was taken briefly out of commission and nearly permanently until our Trandoshan bounty hunter friend was able to power her back on. They took everyone went in. 38 Double D got repaired. Hamrick and Vizzisk. Viz. I'm just gonna call him Viz.
Yeah,
'cause
you can
I
just call him
can't
Viz.
say
I
it.
mean, dude, that was like in every sport I've ever played because no one could pronounce my last name, which is Vizini. Sorry for
way easier.
You son of a bitch.
Vizzisk.
And I'm just trying to throw in Z's to SK, and it's not working for me.
No.
But yeah, I'll just call him Viz. So Viz was able to get 38 Double D powered back on. Everyone went in and got repaired or healed or everything. So you guys have your very believable car stag disguises. Would you guys go with armbands, sashes?
No, it was armbands.
I'm wearing the beauty queen sash.
Well, I gathered up all the armbands and sashes, so I just went with the R-band in the end.
Someone mentioned there was a flight suit available, and I feel like I'd be remiss if I wasn't a Trandoshan who put on a flight suit. So,
Yeah. And I'm also, with my little sash, I'm twirling my stun baton around like a majorette and like marching.
Just Miss Carstag.
which is funny. When I designed my character, I was very careful to not like ape Bosk as much as possible, and now I wind up in a flight suit, and I didn't want to.
A very ill-fitting flight suit at
yeah.
that.
Oh, it's definitely
very
only,
tight.
It's barely covering my knobby, like scaly knees right now. So
It's probably basically a belly shirt too, right?
yeah, definitely.
You like Incredible Hulked out of it.
All right, so you guys have your Karstag disguises. Through your contact that was given to you by Avun Keso, you were able to arrange a meeting with the Jawas. But before you can get to them, you actually have to journey out. The Jawas are in this area, are very reclusive. They don't actually come into the city because they know that they would probably immediately get attacked and robbed. So they're pretty careful about where they do their meetups. So it's pretty far out into the desert. You're gonna have to get a speeder and well, you have a speeder. You're gonna have to take your speeder out to where they're located and do the meetup.
I'm so hungry I could eat a sandcrawler full of Jawas.
Vizzisk, you really need to get a new dry cleaner. They shrunk your outfit.
So you got the meetup arranged. The Jawas are a little bit cautious because they traditionally do not have a very good working relationship with the Karstags. They've had some run-ins with the Karstags and Meedo before because he's actually competition for them.
Shampoo, can I use my forgery skill to try to forge a fake restraining bolt for myself? Because I don't want them to slap one on me.
Yeah. Do a forgery and computer use.
That's a 15 and a 27.
Oh yeah, you craft a very, very, very convincing restraining bolt. And no one outside of a very trained eye would be able to see that, unless they go in and inspect it closely. But from a distance, it looks very believable.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so the Jawas and the Karstags, they have a very complicated history. They do consider the Karstags and Meedo their competition, but they're Jawas, and Jawas are gonna Jawa. So they accepted the meeting. So you guys,
right.
Is there anything you want to try to do before you leave the port or anything like that?
We're just gonna, like I say, make sure that his restraining bolt is good, and then pretty much set up the idea that when we meet up with them, that we're just gonna kind of go over the idea that we were attacked. At which point, this droid was slightly kind of broken down in the encounter, and then what we need to do is get a replacement.
And I feel like we can kind of leave some of the cosmetic damage from last time on while actually like repairing the structural stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it looks like I got blown up.
Sure. Do a disguise check.
Okay.
Also,
20.
I feel like it's important this time that I not be carrying a riot gun. I'm just saying, I don't.
You should probably kind of either hide or
No,
try to...
I was only going to be carrying the scatter shot, just kind of like hidden on my back. But the
Okay.
riot gun can't really be hidden, so I'm only going scatter shot this round.
That'll be fine.
I do not even have disguise as the ability to roll. So
No. That was specifically for Caleb.
okay, good.
That's good.
He rolled
'cause
a
that was
2,
terrible.
so he's not disguising shit.
Yeah, because
that
like,
was-
I
that was
was
basically-
I was being honest with my character, and I was like, "There's
He
no way a
manages-
Trandoshan is hiding as anything other than a Trandoshan ever."
He manages to disguise himself as a giant bipedal lizard.
Okay, so your disguise worked out really well. Basically, you were able to repair everything that needed to be repaired, but you kept enough of the superficial damage and maybe added a few extra touches to maybe make it look like you didn't take a blaster shot or several blaster shots. But yeah, so you guys have everything all taken care of in the city. You got a speeder. and you're ready to leave town?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So you take off outside of Mos Shuda. You're going north towards the meeting, and it's gonna be quite a ride. You may want to be careful. It has been known that there are sand people in the neighborhood, but that's kind of just the general rule of thumb. So how do you guys want to proceed to the meeting area? Do you want to just like take the fastest route or
Take
go
the
out of
long
your
way. I want to blast some womp rats in this T16.
So we take the fastest route.
I'm gonna say the fastest way because this sand isn't good for my servos.
See, I disagree with thinking
we
the
don't-
fastest way, dude. The fastest way is also going to be the most heavily traded route, which means sand people will be more likely to hide and wait on that
Let's
route.
take the second fastest way.
Half speed.
So there's two different ways or three different ways that you could potentially take it. There's the actual trade route, which is actually the longest way because it meanders specifically outside of the Sand People's normal territory, but it's going to take much longer to get there. There is also a route that cuts through a canyon, and then there is sort of like the straight line approach, just beelining it there,
Look.
which goes through some older ruins.
Look, here's the thing, guys. No matter what, we're running into sand people.
Yeah, we run a high risk either way that we go.
Well, is time an issue?
I'd
potentially,
I would be more
but
prone
not
to
necessarily.
going either the first or second way, not so much along the trade route.
Well, yeah, like but my thing is, if we set the meeting, we set the time, so we can just take the trade route, which is probably secure, and just take our time with it. You know what I mean?
That's true. As long as we establish a far enough time to allow ourselves that amount of time to go along the trade route and make it there without cutting ourselves too
Like,
close.
how do we set the meeting? Do we call them on a walkie-talkie or?
It's done through a third party, but yeah, there's someone like a intermediary within the port city who has like a direct comm link to him. So what do you guys want to do?
It sounds like everybody's really kind of wanting to go the trade route, so I guess we're going to end up going the trade route.
Better safe than dead.
That's true.
Okay. So you guys are leaving town sort of on a northwesterly path, and you're seeing a lot of other random caravans and things like that here and there, but for the most part, it's relatively sparse. Who is driving?
I'm in the back
Since he's
seat
in the
because
back-
I'm the
I'm
merchandise.
driving.
I
driving.
have some piloting skills, but not a lot.
Hamrick, go ahead and do a pilot check for me, please.
Gonna blow a tire on the hover speeder.
Right? Got a 16.
Okay. All right. So everyone, go ahead and do a spot check for me.
That's a 30.
30. Wow.
I rolled 23 spot. Caleb rolled 30, so.
Yeah. I'm too busy driving.
You guys are sort of cruising along, and Viz and 38 Double D both out of, like, they see like a glint off in the distance, and you both recognize it as the reflection of a long-distance slug thrower. Hamrick doesn't seem to notice it at all. What do you guys do?
I say get down and tell Hamrick to grab the wheel, or Vizzisk rather, to grab the wheel and try to, get us away from that or something. I don't know.
All right, so
How's your reaction time?
all right, so we're making a break for it.
Yeah,
All right, so
run it and gun it.
you see like look out, get down, and you sort of like lean forward and visit, like, sort of bumps Hamrick, and the speeder lurches to the left right as the person off in the distance fires the slug thrower and shoots pretty much exactly where you guys were right before you swerved away. The speeder doesn't crash or anything. It's kind of wobbly, but you guys were able to retain the course.
Well, now we made his position, so
As you guys are sort of trying to get control of it. You're stabling it back out. You hear another shot ring out in the distance and dings off the side of the speeder. You guys are obviously under attack right now.
Did that shot come from the same location, or?
Do a spot check.
26.
No, you can tell that it actually came from the other
So
side.
we got at least 2 assholes.
You know for sure that there's 2, and you just hear shots ringing out left and right.
When he dinged the side of the speeder, did he cause any immediate damage to the speeder? I need to know if we can try to gun it or if we're going to have to hop.
No, the speeder seems to be in working order. It put a couple of pretty big holes in the side of it, but everything is operational right now.
All right, so these are
All right.
obviously sand people. We don't really want to stick around and fight these. Do you guys want to
We're going to try to gun
try
it.
to gun it out? Yeah.
Okay.
Get away from the wrapped head mangrels.
Is there
Jesus,
anything I
for the
can
love
do
of
with,
Christ,
like,
I hate these
my
sand people.
repair skill, like to monkey with the engine while it's like in use to try to give us some extra horsepower, like dump some liquid Schwartz in the tank or something?
You can if you climb out onto the front of it where the...
Well, good news. I have magnetic feet,
Okay.
so I don't have to
Smooth.
make a check for that.
Nice. But it is going to take some time for you to do any sort of repairs or anything. At least 2 full rounds.
Cover me, and I step out onto the hood.
So you climb out over the hood and you sort of like pull away the hood. I'm not really sure how the mechanics of the speeder would work, but you have access to the engine and you start tinkering with
Oh,
it.
well, I actually have one right in front of me. It's a one of the Kenner edition ones. You want me to open up the hood on that one? Send you guys a picture?
It's solid plastic inside.
No, it's a sticker.
What an engine! Nice. That's great. Caleb, go ahead, or I'm sorry, 38 Double D. Go ahead and do a repair check.
14.
Okay.
Not so good that time.
You actually not only is that a 14, you actually rolled a 1. Not only do you not fix it, you feel the speeder start like stuttering and slowing down. And
Mulligan.
Damn it, droid.
as that
Actually,
This is the
you know
opposite
what?
of what we need.
I'm going to use my lucky, because since I am a scoundrel, twice per day I can re-roll any skill check or attack or saving throw.
oh,
So I'm going to use one use of my lucky and try that again. That's a 22 that time.
that could not possibly be a more different outcome. You feel the speeder start to kind of pick up a little bit, but you hear another shot ring out.
Since we're already aware, is there a possibility I can possibly try to dodge without throwing him off the front?
Yeah, totally. You can give that a shot.
Yeah, I'm magnetized to it, so
Yeah. It'll be a pilot check.
All right, pilot check. Got a 16 again.
You just kind of shimmy. Like it doesn't. You don't really get out of the way. You're just like, hey, I'm gonna try something. I got some moves, kid.
I'll try spinning. That's a good trick.
Right?
Like, hey, I know a few tricks. You totally do that. Hey, I know a few tricks, and just keep going in a straight line, Han Solo style.
All right.
Serpentine Babu.
So that shot that you heard out, again, it bangs off the hood, but it doesn't actually do any damage. Okay, and John, do a spot check for me.
All right. 21.
You see someone standing directly in the middle of sort of your pathway. They're on a larger speeder, just kind of standing at it, and they have a blaster, like a repeating blaster, aimed in your general direction.
Pull the speeder over. Get it to cover.
Would it be better to try to go for cover or pull a blaster and see if I can shoot him while we're on the go?
I could pull a blaster and try to blast them.
Where you guys are at, there's a whole bunch of sand dunes, and poking out of them are pieces of old buildings and rubble and things like that. The path kind of cuts through the middle of it.
Okay. So we're going through the middle. How far is this guy in front of us, you said?
Probably about a football field away.
Well, we haven't landed. We haven't gotten to the Jawas. I still have my riot gun. I haven't left it in the speeder yet. Do you want me to pull it out and take a shot?
See if Vizzisk can take a shot with his riot gun. He should have
All right,
the distance on that.
Do me a favor and roll initiative.
You want me to roll it or John?
You.
Probably all of us, right?
Well, yeah, you all can.
Ooh, I got a 20.
I got an 18. I'll take it. All right.
So you managed to get the first action. He's. It doesn't look like they're there specifically for you. It's just like generic raiders. They're trying to just rob whoever.
Just random highway robbery.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you guys want me to do? You guys want me to take a shot?
Yes.
I rolled 14 attack. So.
You said a 14?
14. Yeah. Damage 9.
Yeah, that whizzes right by him. Go ahead and take your second attack.
This son of a bitch ain't stopping nothing.
Oh, that hit. 27.
Ooh, you just missed a critical. So that one definitely hit him. And it tagged him for 13, but he has on pretty thick armor. And it doesn't seem to really have phased him at all.
All right, so he's blocking our path. We kind of have to stop and fight him. It's clear that we're set up to do that. So
Yeah. So, all
but
right,
he's
we're gonna.
pretty hurt at this point. We don't know who's going to come out of the woodwork, but let's get in it.
Well, where he is, we're gonna try to dip the speeder off slightly to the side, if we can, directly behind some type of cover.
Damn, I'm really mad. I just missed critical because we could have just taken him out and kept going.
Yeah.
All right, Hamrick. What are you going to do with the speeder?
Ditch it. Hide it.
Basically, drop it behind some cover, drop, and jump off of it. I was like, any token whatsoever will work. So, we're headed this way. We're going to drop cover right here, where I'm standing.
Okay, so Hamrick, it is your action. You guys park the speeder and you're behind cover. What do you do?
I'm going to try to look out from behind cover and take a blast at him with my blaster.
All right.
So let me roll my blaster here. 17
That hits him.
for 12 damage.
Right in the sort of the shoulder area. But again, he's wearing very thick armor, and he just sort of like shrugs it off.
Jesus, who is this guy?
38 double D.
All right. This is not the time for me as a non-combat focused character to shine. I suppose I'm going to use my precise attack, so I'm going to get +1 to the attack roll against him. And then I'm going to also dodge his attack, so I get +1 to AC against him until my next turn. And I'm just going to shoot him with my holdout. So that's an 18 to hit.
Yeah, you hit him. Again, it's like the same thing as the last couple of shots, though. He's wearing such thick armor, it just doesn't seem to be phasing him. Like, he's hitting, and the shots are just kind of pinging off.
So he's just not taking any damage?
You can't really tell, but that's the feeling that you're getting from it. It just doesn't look like it's really
All right,
phasing.
so
him.
Can we tell what type of armor? Is it a metallic type armor?
So
or-
no one's tried this yet. This dude's just been standing here. We've been shooting at him. He ain't done shit back to us. Let's go talk to him.
Is it too late for me to start talking to him?
I mean, yes, because it's not like you did your full action, but no, it's not necessarily
All right.
Impossible.
All right, so hold on. He's got thick armor, right? We're all using blasters and stuff, but I have a slug thrower.
Yeah.
Slug thrower pierces armor. I mean, it's hard ammo. It's not a blaster. So, is it my roll?
Yeah, it is.
All right. I'm gonna. This sucks. I'm gonna have to come out of cover and get close to him. So, do I have to roll for movement first before I pull out the slug thrower?
No. You can move and pull out the slug thrower, sort of like a half action.
All right,
It's fine.
dude. I'm charging full on at him, and I'm pulling out the scatter shot. This piggy's gonna taste good on a roast.
And You managed to shoot his speeder like just right below his feet and completely missed. But it looked really cool. Like, you came running out, and, like, I felt like time sort of slowed down, and, like, some really cool, like, action movie music came on, and then you just shot his speeder.
What about you, Fancy Fingers? What you got? Back me up.
I'm actually sitting here thinking, I'm like, have we even seen this guy move whatsoever?
All right, so
Holy
as
shit, is this guy a scarecrow?
That's my point. I'm like, is this guy actually real, or are we just freaking out? So have we...
It's like
have
the
we-
guys up on the hill are like, haha, look at these idiots fighting this mannequin.
if not a statue of some type.
Shampoo, if that's what's happening right now, I hate you.
I'm really, really, really pissed off that that you said that as I was getting ready to say. You hear in the distance.
Fucking sand
Christ.
And immediately followed by, as a shot comes down right at our main man Viz. They whiffed pretty bad. It hit the speeder off to your right, and the impact from the shot, you actually see the guy's head just sort of like come toppling off. What apparently
statue.
happened was they killed someone and rigged it up like a trap to lure people in.
Okay, so is the speeder completely blocking the path?
No, it's kind of like you could get around it, but
Gonna take some skill.
Yeah, well,
yeah, like it'll take some time for you to like to get there. In the meantime, another shot comes raining down in Vizzisk's direction.
Jesus.
And completely misses. Like, it doesn't even
can't
hit the
hit shit.
speeder. You see like some rocks kick up like 20 feet away from you.
Call me your good luck lizard.
And then one more right in Vizzisk's direction.
That would hit.
And that one drills you
Spoke too soon.
right in the back for 24 damage.
Jesus.
good luck, lizard.
I have 88 vitality. I'm pretty good.
Yeah, that one hurt. It's something very different from a blaster. You actually you feel like blood gushing down your back, and like you got poked by something. And with that in mind, it is Hamrick's turn.
All right. With that in mind, am I able to see the back of Vizzisk to see what actually hit him?
Yeah, you can see his back. You just see blood coming out of it.
All right. So Vizzisk is
Sam people use a they use like a hard ammo like sniper rifle, long range.
That's what I was thinking. Either that or some type of strange harpoon.
No. Their guns are, you can. They use hard ammo.
Okay. So, am I able to see where these sand people are firing from?
Do a spot check.
We already, I think, identified where the one guy was at least.
19.
We should have identified two of them because we did two
We
spots.
identified two, but they were behind us at this point.
Yeah. Those guys were actually like you went quite a bit up the road.
Okay.
From where they're at.
Those were like the spotters.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got a 19.
Yeah. You actually do see one of them. He's kind of behind you and off to the right.
Okay.
Well, we tried. Let's go home.
You're being weak, Droid.
Yeah.
gotta finish this
actually,
fight.
you see two of them sort of off to the back and right of where you guys are in cover.
I never give up when money's on the line.
Double D in combat, she basically becomes Hicks in Aliens and just goes, Marines, we are leaving!
So, with where they are, I can draw a line of sight to them.
What's the range on your pistols?
I want to say it's 10 meters.
Okay, so at that distance, you're looking at half damage.
Half damage. Okay. I can also move 10 meters, so I could jump forward 10 meters and then blast.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, I'm gonna jump forward and attempt to blast one of them.
Okay.
See if we can give him some slaps. 22 with 17 damage.
Oh yeah, you bullseye that womp rat right between the eyes, and he is no mas.
And he's not much bigger than 2 meters.
You were one cold-blooded mofo.
Yeah.
And 38 double D. What are you gonna do besides retreat?
What's the range on a holdout blaster? Because that's my only ranged attack.
10 meters.
Why don't you just take cover?
So
you don't take any damage because we kind of need you for the next part of the mission.
Yeah, I mean, I could do that, or my only other thing was, like, to come up and... I don't have any, like, skill points in treat wounds, but I could try to, like, stick my finger in your blood hole. Like, staunch the flow.
It was only 24, and I have 88, so, like, we're pretty good right now. Yeah, you're literally...
All right,
based
well,
on the plan we came up with, you're the vital part of it, so...
I'm gonna do what I do best then, and I'm gonna spend my turn lying. I'm gonna shout out something along the lines of, "Our reinforcements are right behind us. We just have to hold out for a couple minutes." And that's a 33 on a bluff check.
Interesting.
That was a good plan, Caleb. I like that.
Yeah, that was nice.
What language did you say that in?
Just common, whatever, basic, I guess it's called. I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
saying it
Star
in
Wars.
binary because that's my other language.
Well, no, you'd have to say it in Tuscan,
All right,
Raider.
well then,
You
instead
probably
of that,
don't speak
You don't speak that.
Tuscan,
You're not a
I'm
protocol
guessing.
droid, so you wouldn't speak that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the Tuscans do not speak basic.
So I have like a built-in audio recorder also that's like assume that it's always running, just in case I need to blackmail somebody. But I can actually play back what they shouted in Tuscan earlier and try to sell it off as like maybe there's like a rival group coming in. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know.
You can.
What without knowing exactly what was said.
Yeah, I would assume it's just like a war cry or something, but I don't know.
Yeah, do you want to do that?
I mean, yeah, that's probably about all I can do. I'm just trying to think, you know.
You could always dip
Okay.
into cover and just not get hit.
Oh yeah, I'm not leaving cover. Like I'm hiding behind this rock that we hid the speeder behind.
Yeah.
Okay, so you play out your audio recorder, and it doesn't seem to do anything at all.
Well, shit.
If anything, it drew their attention to you because they were more focused on the massive lizard, and now they're more aware of the.
I was say Sam
you
people
and
are pretty
Hamrick there.
territorial, so there wouldn't be one clan around another clan, so they wouldn't. They don't exactly war that much
Oh
with each
shit,
other.
droids! You just enraged them further.
I mean, now they're shooting at the person cowering behind a rock though, instead of the guy who's standing out in the open. So
Yeah, so the one who had shot Viz is now dead, but the other guy.
After seeing his buddy just drop dead.
All right, how high up are they?
So I'll give you a chance here. Do a spot check to see if you know where this shot came from.
All right.
Oh yeah, you guys totally saw that. He's pretty much just on the other side, and is also a terrible shot.
Okay.
Like just the worst shot you
Again,
could possibly imagine.
how high up is he?
Not very. Like you could pretty much run at him. Like he's just up like on a sand dune, like
Here.
All right,
over there.
We're going full soldier merc. I'm running over to him. I don't need to do a jump because he's not that high, and I'm scattershotting right at him.
damn, son.
Oh yeah, that one you hit him right in the chest. He doesn't die.
Teach you to poke holes in this lizard.
He drops down to one knee and is just bleeding everywhere. Like his white robes are turning red with
I get another
blood.
shot, right?
Yep.
You goggle-wearing, towel-wearing piece of shit.
Yeah, that was enough to finish it off. Since it's a kill shot, you go ahead and you tell me what you did.
I put my scatter shot right in his face, and I blasted him away. Not much of him left. On the inside, sand people aren't too pretty. Make me look like Hamrick.
So pretty.
Okay. So that guy's now dead as well. So it looks like there's just the one left, and he's gonna take a shot at 38 double D. Because of that awesome war cry.
And wow.
Whiff.
And roll the
Jesus.
2.
Why do sand people even have scopes on their guns? Like, why?
Wow. Yeah, that was horribly bad. I don't even think that actually hit the ground. He like fired it up in the air. Like,
You couldn't hit the broadside of the Death Star.
Which may or may not be publicly known at this point in time in the universe.
All right. So
Hammer, go ahead.
I'm just gonna attempt to blow his fucking head off like his buddy.
Okay.
He's in range, so I'm gonna run 17 with a 14.
Yep, you got him. So go ahead. How'd you shoot him? Where'd you shoot him at?
Literally shot him dead through the face.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you shoot him in the face, and those weird little spikes that they have all over their face just sort of like collapse in and like light on fire at the same time. It's pretty gruesome. Smells terrible.
And I thought they smelled bad. On the outside.
Did you just mimic breathing, droid?
Yes, I did. It's a joke, you see.
This
Well,
droid doesn't grasp
Maybe you can
jokes.
breathe heavy later on after this mission is over.
Oh, my word.
For the love of Christ, you two. If you're done playing with each other, we need to get on the sparrow taken care of. Get the hell out of here.
Can we actually salvage usable armor off of that mannequin?
Not really. It's powered armor.
like scraps.
And it's,
Oh,
Speaking
okay.
of that,
It's-
can we
it's pretty
actually
banged up and
salvage the
ripped apart.
rifles that they're using?
Yeah, might
you
as
could,
well.
but they're not really worth anything.
Okay.
They're just like generic slug thrower rifles.
And they missed
Sand
us
people are pretty
every
hard on their
time,
stuff.
so they're not
Um,
reliable.
But I need
actually,
gold.
if you want,
I
if
need
you
more
want,
gold.
you guys actually can take some of the armor scraps and see if the Jawas might have any interest in that. But there's not going to be anything that you'll be able to use from that for
what
yourself.
about speeder parts? Power cells,
Sure.
things like that.
Speaking of which, that guy's
do a
speeder. Yeah.
Do a computer use.
All right. That's a 26.
You were able to find a couple working parts, but for the most part, it's pretty run down. I'd say the parts that you got, you'd be able to sell for roughly 300 credits.
All right.
Yeah, I'll do that.
We can live with that.
All about making that cheddar.
I'm going to say, at this point, I figure now it's just time to hop in the speeder and take off.
Yeah, I'll share with you guys, so 100 credits per, yeah.
Least you could do after I put you back together.
I keep having to save everyone's ass.
I keep having to hide or die.
All right, great. So you guys managed to pick up what body parts are remaining of you. Mostly just Viz with his bleeding gunshot wound in his back.
Hey, Viz, you're hit, man. You're bleeding.
Ain't got time to bleed. I'm a goddamn sexual crate dragon.
Well, he definitely looks like a crate dragon, that's for sure.
That's beautiful.
Audio gold.
All right, so you guys grab your stuff, you salvage what parts out of the busted speeder, and you head on out to go meet up with your Jawa friends.
All right.
And you know what? I think that's probably a good place to stop for this episode. continuing on our trend of crazy, epic, random ass battles that take like 25 minutes, but that is tabletop role playing in a nutshell.
It is.
The rounds may only last 6 seconds, but the fights always last hours.
Yeah. So yeah, that's like each round is 6 seconds, but yeah, like things that take an hour take 6 seconds, and things that take 6 seconds take an hour.
Role playing 101.
This is true.
So yeah, that was episode 2. Glad to have you guys
that was fun.
back again.
Yeah, this is good
That one
stuff, man.
That one was wild. I'm very upset that you saw through my clever ruse.
Yeah, by the second shot, I was like, this guy's not moving at all. I mean, he hasn't shot back at us. He hasn't necessarily moved from the shots we've hit him with. It's like, this is just too suspicious.
You figured it out and more. But, as always, thanks for tuning in. If you feel so inclined, please stop by our iTunes and leave us a rate and review if you like what we do. You can always find more about LootQuest at lootquest.podbean.com or podfixnetwork.com. We're also now on Patreon, and you can check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/LootQuest. And make sure you stop and check out my awesome player character shows here. You can find all of their shows and information about them at podfixnetwork.com. So until next week, I am Shampoo, and this has been LootQuest.
Join us next week, younglings. You tasty little morsels.
Hey, Sam. Hey, Sam. Hey, Sam. Hey, Sam. When you're in love with Padme, you'd do anything she'd say. All the training you've been through don't mean anything to you. On a planet called Naboo, we'll be hanging with R2. But it makes me feel so mad, I can't stand all this sand. Hey, Sam. Hey, Sam. When you cross the galaxy, you do it at light speed. 1,000,000 parsecs from home, but you'll never be alone. On a planet called Naboo, we'll be hanging with R2. But it makes me feel so mad, I can't stand all this sand. We'll run away together. We'll spend some time forever. We'll never feel sand anymore. Hey, Sam. Hey, Sam. Hey, Sam. On a planet called Naboo, we'll be hanging with R2. But it makes me feel so mad, I can't stand all this sand. We'll run away together.